So this is a session on CMAT past year LR questions. Okay, like we had some more videos in the past wherein we discussed some questions from past papers of LR. Today also we shall see some questions from the past years that will give you a practice and will let you know that what kind of questions you can expect in the examination. Okay, so on 9th of April, we have this examination, and at 9 p.m. we shall have the exam analysis. So please do join us for the analysis at 9 p.m. This is the question from last year. Okay, and we are given, we are given a sentence and we have to find a logical conclusion. So this kind of question is asked in CMAT that you have to find a logical conclusion from a given statement. So it says that so the statement is, if I drive a car, then it is a BMW or a Skoda. Okay, and you are given three options. One option is all of the above, fourth option. So you have to tell that which of this is a logical conclusion from it. What is the logical conclusion out of this given statement? So read the options and tell which is a logical conclusion. So it says that if I drive a car, it is a BMW or a Skoda. What can we conclude from this? So if the person is driving a car, that has to be BMW or Skoda, right? So let us look at option A. It says that I am driving a car. So if he is driving a car, then there are only two choices. Either it will be BMW or it will be a Skoda, right? So that is true. Okay. Now before marking A as the answer, see there is an option called all the above also. Okay. So whenever in a question, not only this kind of question, any kind of question, if there is an option called all of the above, you should check multiple options. Okay, otherwise what happens is A is correct and many people mark the answer as A. Okay, so let's check the second option also. Second option says that car is neither BMW nor Skoda, hence I do not drive a car. So the person drives only one out of two cars, either BMW or Skoda. So he says that this car is not BMW and it is not Skoda. So this person will not drive a car, of course, because if he is driving, he has to drive only these two cars. So this is also true. Okay, so ideally the answer should be all of the above. Let us see this. I drive a car, but it is not Skoda. So what does he drive? He drives Skoda or BMW. If it is not Skoda, then it has to be BMW. So this is also true. So all are true, hence all of the above. Okay, so simple. This kind of question is certain in the examination because we've seen in the last 2-3 classes which I took, this question has appeared almost every year. This kind of question, logical conclusion. Okay, so one needs to know that if part is true, then the then part has to be true. Okay, and if part is not true, then we cannot tell the then part. And same for reverse. If then part is true, we cannot tell the condition. But if then part is false, if part is also false. Then number series, another variant of question, quite popular in CMAT. So you have to find the next number in the series. 7, 9, 14, 27, 28, 81. It's a very easy one. which is the next number in this series. Look at the series. What number will come next in this? So see, the series is 7, 9, 14, 27. So if you look at these terms, you do not get any conclusive thing, right? We are not able to get a relation between these. Like if you look one term of the other, right? So if you see after 7, we see 9. So increase of 2, we are not getting any multiplication or any ratio or addition, right? So plus 2, plus 5, plus 13, random numbers. But if you see alternate terms, this is into 2, this is into 2. Okay, so this should be into 2. So we are having two parallel series. This is into 3, this is into 3. So next term should be 56. Okay, 28 into 2, 56. And then if they ask for the next term also, then it would be 56, and this is into 3 will be 243. But they've asked just for one term. Okay, so that is 56. Find the missing number or letter from this. See, if there are some questions which are lengthy, there are some questions which are this easy also. It won't take more than 30 seconds to answer these questions. Now it is B, and after B it is D, right? So so we are skipping one letter, okay, H to J. So D, E, F, it should be F, okay. Then we have C, after C we have E, then we'll skip one, then it has to be G, okay. Then D, F, it will be H. So F, G, H will be present, and the number 4 will be present. Okay, so now this is you have to determine that where will the number 4 be present. In which position will the number 4 be present? Will it be last or will it be third position? So if we see it is at the second position, we see third position. I think this term is, I think they have given wrong. Okay, so I think this should be this B, E, 3F, then maybe F, G, H, 4, then 5, H, I, J. I think that is the misprint here. Sometimes these things happen in CMAT, right? They give incorrect question and later on they have this. Okay. So this will be, this will consider this as the answer, option C. Okay. So this is a typo error. Maybe that might have been 5 hij. So number at second position, third position, fourth position, first and second position. Okay, so now this is a question on data sufficiency. Think about cutoff. See, cutoff is something that you should not worry about at this stage, right? Just give the examination, okay, and post that you will determine the cutoff thing. Should I attempt all questions? It should not be not be a good strategy because you might end up losing marks. So the question says how many pages of the book Ram read on Monday? Okay, and the book was read completely by Tuesday. Okay. Now first statement says that Ram read last 30 pages of the book on Tuesday. Does it give any information? We do not know the number of pages in the book, right? And we do not know that. Okay. Now statement 2 says the book has 600 pages, out of which half were read by Ram before Monday. Okay. So from second, it says that half of the book was read before Monday. So before Monday, he has completed 300 pages. Right? Do we know how many book pages did he read on Monday? No. But if we combine both the statements, so till Sunday, he has read 300 pages. Tuesday is completing 30 pages, and that is the end. Okay, that is ending. So on Monday he will read 270. So when you combine both, we are able to find the answer. So both together are sufficient to find the answer. Okay. In a certain language, roses are red is quoted as this. Roses are beautiful is quoted as this. What is the quote for red in that language? Now these are actual questions that give you the idea that there are some questions which are as easy as this. So if you see this, roses are is common in both the sentences. Okay, and if you see N, A, and T, I, these are common things. Okay, so red will mean K, O. Six friends are sitting around a circular table in such a way that they are equidistant from each other. Okay, and these are the statements given. You have to find who is sitting between Aarti and Kunal. So if they ask arrangement based questions, they will ask individual questions. They won't have a very complicated arrangement. So this is an arrangement. So it says that Safi is sitting opposite to Jasmeet. Okay, so suppose this is Jasmeet, this is Safi, and to the right of Kunal. So Safi is to the right of Kunal. Okay, Kunal is sitting to the right of Alia. So this is Alia, and Dhruv is between Aarti and Jasmeet. So this is Aarti, and this is Dhruv in between. Okay, so we have to tell who is sitting between Aarti and Kunal. So that is Jasmeet. Okay, Safi is sitting opposite to Jasmeet and to the right of Kunal. Okay, so this is fine. Then Kunal is sitting to the right of Alia, and Dhruv is sitting between Aarti and Jasmeet. Aarti and Acha, sorry, it is asking Aarti and Kunal. So that will be Safi. Aarti and Kunal. Okay, so that will be Safi. So read these statements and answer the question. So it's a Venn diagram. I don't understand why they're given this kind of a diagram. Acha, from this diagram, you have to answer which of these statements is true. Okay, from this diagram, answer this statement. I thought that this was the diagram for this statement. So they have given this diagram, and based on this diagram, you have to tell that which of these statements are is or are true. So first says all teachers are doctors. Okay, so all teachers are doctors false because this is not over completely inside this, right? Some doctors are teachers. Yes, there is some overlap, so this is true. All surgeons are doctors. This is also true. The second and third are true. It's a very easy one. Okay, so this is some lengthy text. Okay, so if on one side there are such easy questions which do not take more than maybe 30 seconds, there might be some questions which might take some time to read, but they are not difficult logic wise, right? They are just calculate. I mean, not calculation means like they will read. It takes time to read those. So it says that these are five people and they have five different colored flats, and then you have to arrange in this height wise also. Anyone done this? So we are given that there are five people and they have five different colored houses. Okay, so let us see. We are given that they are in increasing order also. So let us put the height as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So that means this is the shortest and this is the tallest. Okay. Then you can put the number and name and the color. So let us see this. You should not read the names and colors here. Just read this. Green building is shortest, right? So that is green, and that is Pradeep's flat. So that is Pradeep. Okay, and so negative thing we should avoid. Lalita's flat is neither blue nor white, so it can be any other color. Okay, and it is given that it is taller than these two people. Okay, same letter as the first letter of building's color. So what could be that person? Because there will not be too many cases. Kapila cannot be the person. Meenal cannot be the person. Rishi cannot be the person. Pradeep is not that person. Hmm, ऐसा तो कोई बन ही नहीं रहा. Kapila is, there is no word with K. अच्छा, Rishi in red. Rishi and red. Okay, so Rishi is in red. So which of the following can be true? So this can be eliminated, right? Milan cannot be red. And then we have that is the second tallest. Okay, so this is Rishi and this is red. That is second tallest, right? Now we are given that this Lalita is taller than Milan and Rishi, right? So that means Lalita will be the tallest. Okay, because Lalita is taller than Meenal and Rishi. So Rishi is fourth number, that is the second tallest. So Lalita has to be the tallest, right? So out of these options, we can eliminate which of the following can be true about the resident of the building, its color and height. So this is Lalita can be the tallest. Okay, so Lalita is not the shortest, right? Pradeep is not the tallest, that is already given. So Lalita can be the tallest, and orange can be the color, right? It is saying that can be true. It does mean that there is a possibility of it being true. Others you can say that these are false. Okay. In the following question, three statements, 1, 2, 3 are given, and you have to answer that which are sufficient to answer the question. And so again, data sufficiency. Which statement is sufficient to answer the question? So how old was Deepa on 30th of October 2018? So in this, we are given combination of two or all three. Okay. Now if we say, if we consider one and two, okay, we know about Deepa and we know Prabha, right? So we do not know anybody's age, right? We do not know anyone's age. It is just given that Deepa is 6 years older than Prabha and Prabha is 29 years younger than mother, right? So one and two we cannot find. Two and three, if we talk about, two and three gives Prabha is younger than her mother and Deepa's mother. So we do not know, right? So what is like who is Prabha and Deepa's mother? There is no connection between them. Okay, so that we cannot determine. First and third, if we connect, so it says Deepa is 6 years older than Prabha. Okay, that's fine. Deepa's mother celebrated, right? So Prabha is not into picture, and we do not have any relation between Deepa and her mother. So easily we can eliminate if we combine all three, right? So there are three people: Deepa, Prabha, and Deepa's mother. Okay. So it says mother's age is 45, Prabha is 29 years younger, so that will be 16, and Deepa is 6 years older, so that will be 22. So all are required to answer the question. Okay, so when all information is presented, we can answer it. Data sufficiency with three statements also, but quite simple. Four friends, Liaquat, Lilian, Lima, and Lalit, are sitting on a horizontally placed wooden bench, all looking towards the same direction. So some things about the arrangement is given and we have to tell which of the following is definitely true. So let us make this arrangement. It says that Lima is seated. See, in an arrangement, what we must see is like like we start with some fixed position, right? So Lima is seated at one of the extreme corners. So we will put her at left corner, right corner, and C. Okay, so let us denote by LQ, LL, LM, and LA. Okay, so Lima is at one of the extreme corners. So let us make two cases. This is Lima. Okay, and Liaquat is towards right of Lima, right? So that means this is not possible. So Liaquat will be towards right of Lima, but not towards the right of Lalit. Okay, Liaquat is right of Lima, but not right of Lalit. So Liaquat can be here or here, right? Then another possibility is Liaquat here. So in that case, that will be Lalit. Okay, and there is at least one person between Lillian and Lima. Okay, so this is not possible because Lillian cannot be here. Okay, now so this will be Lillian and Lalit. Anything in order. There is at least one person between Lillian and Lima. Okay, so that is satisfied. Liaquat is towards right. Lalit is seated next to Lillian, so that is also satisfied. Okay, so all conditions are satisfied. Okay, so that is we will get. So which of the following is definitely true? Lillian and Liaquat are seated immediately next to one another. Right, so this is it is asking which of these is definitely true. It can be true, it cannot be true. We can't say. Okay, so if we consider, we get basically two arrangements. So Lillian and Liaquat are immediate neighbors, not necessarily true. Liaquat is seated at extreme end, right? So that is false. There is at least one person between Lalit and Liaquat, right? Lalit and Liaquat, not necessarily true. Okay, we can't say. So fourth has to be true. There is at least one person between Lalit and Lima. So that is true. So Lima is here, Lalit can be here or here. Okay, so the answer is option D. Others, see, whenever you have definitely true, it should be true in all cases. This is case 1 and case 2. So this statement is true in both cases. Okay. There are 6 members PQRSTU in a family, and some blood relations are given to us. We have to tell that which are married couples. So there are 6 members, and there are 2 married couples in this. So should we make the complete arrangement, or can we answer without doing that? Now this is a time consuming question if you solve it in a normal way. Okay, now let us read this. It says nobody who is a grandchild is married, right? Grandchild, no grandchild is married. Okay, Ulis is the grandfather of Rils, right? So Rils is a grandchild, so Rils cannot be married. The option C and option D we can eliminate. Okay, so instead of making the complete arrangement, we can eliminate 2 cases straight away. Okay, these 2 options, because Rils cannot be married. Okay, and Sils is the grandmother of Tils, right? So Tils also cannot be married, so that is not given here. So now Sils is a grandmother, so Sils will be married to you. Okay, these are grandparents, right? So grandparents will be married to each other. S and U will be married. So we can say that this is the arrangement. Okay, so complete banana unki language, that is the state, you do not have to write that because it is not asking the state. उसने पूछा ही नहीं कौन कौन से states है, उन्होंने पूछा है कि कौन कौन आपस में married है. Okay, it is not a group question like it happens in other exams like IFT, NMAT and others where you have group of questions like 2-3 questions you get in a single group, right? So in that scenario you should solve this. But here they have not asked to solve, right? They are not asking that who is from which state. They have just asked that which are married couples. So we can easily eliminate this because R cannot be married. And this is grandfather, this is grandmother. So they are married, they must be married to each other. So U and S are married. That is only one option that satisfied. A greengrocer sells 5 types of fruits: apple, blackberry, banana, cherry, and peach. And then fresh and heavy things are given to us. You have to tell lightest of all fruits. Okay, so again in this same question, apply your brain. Do not worry about freshness. Okay, what it is asking, it is which is lightest. तो fresh का concept ही छोड़ देना है. जहाँ पे वो दिया है, it is more fresh than this, उसको ignore करना है. Just read about heavy or light. So it talks about this freshness and weight, right? So you do not have to worry about freshness because the ultimate question is lightest of all fruits. So whenever you get a question, you should read this. Ki what is it asking? So lightest निकालना है. Blackberry is fresh हटा दो. Heavier than peach. So blackberry is heavier than peach. Okay, apple is heavier than banana, and apple is heavier than banana, right? Cherry is heavier than blackberry. So cherry is heavier than blackberry. Banana is heavier than blackberry, right? So banana is also heavier than blackberry. Now, if blackberry is heavier, so this cannot be the lightest, this cannot be the lightest. Banana is heavier, so banana cannot be the lightest. So this means peach will be the lightest. Okay, so sometimes you get some questions with additional information which is not even required, right? Like this question. Now some people will start making it for fresh also. They have not asked about which is the fresh fruit. They have just asked the lightest fruit. So just consider this heaviness. Don't worry about the freshness of fruits. This is coded blood relation. So we are given these relations. So P divided by Q. So P divided by Q means that P is the mother of Q. Okay, and Q cross R means that Q is the daughter of R. Okay, so Q is the daughter of R. So that means P and R are married. Okay, so that is option A itself. Okay, so you do not have to check other options. You get in option A itself. Now sometimes you are lucky in these questions that you get the answer in option A. Otherwise, if you are unlucky, you have to check till option D. A national highway road network has parallel and perpendicular roads running north, south, or east, west only. Junctions are marked as R1, R2, R3, R4, and so on. All roads are exactly half a kilometer distance from each other. Okay, and the following is known about these junctions. It's a question based on directions of the roads. Now, many times they give additional data like half kilometer distance, right? You do not have to find the distance. Question में distance पूछा है, no, they have asked that which is the farthest south and farthest east. So R1 is to east of R2. R1 is here east of R2 and west of R3. Okay, so R3 should be to the east side. R8 is southwest of R3. Okay, south and west. So R8 can come anywhere in this line. Okay, so we will see if something more is given. And southwest of R2. So it is southwest of R2 also. So that means it is towards south and west of R2. So it will be somewhere here. Okay, so it is southwest of this and southwest of this also. So this is R8. Okay, R2 is southeast of R24. Southeast. So that means R24 can be here. It can be here, 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 anywhere. Which junction are farthest south and farthest east? So south we have R8. Okay, and to the east we have R3 because no one is east of R3. Okay, so farthest south, south is R8 and east is R3. So we will take R8, R3. They should have mentioned the word respectively because there is an option R3, R8 also. Okay, but we will take B as the answer, assuming that it is respectively. The CMAT has a lot of errors also in the examination, right? So do not be surprised if you find some mistake in the question, right? In such a scenario, and they will not admit the mistake also. Okay, if they give this and students mark R3, some people will not mark the answer. They will assume such things you have to assume on your own. They must have skipped it respectively. ठीक है, अगर ऑप्शन ही गलत होता है, बिल्कुल गलत होता है, so then they correct that. Otherwise, if these kind of mistakes, they do not even rectify. Okay, so like for example, in that circular arrangement also, they said the person is sitting to the right. Okay, so that right could be second to the right, right? That could be third to the right also. But you have to assume that it is saying immediate right, right? So beware of this thing that CMAT will have errors. And these minor errors where incomplete information, you have to assume this thing. It is saying respectively. Otherwise, this is also correct, right? If I ask you that which are the 2 points, so If not asked in order, this is also fine, this is also fine, but they will assume that that has to be in order. Okay, so these were some questions from LR from the past. Okay, and we saw that most of the questions are quite easy. Some questions are lengthy. Some questions have additional data which is irrelevant. Okay, so you need to be uh, vigilant to find out which is irrelevant. जैसे fruits वाले question में था, right? It asked the freshness also, but it did not ask in the question. So just solve the relevant part, and some questions you can do by elimination of options also. Okay, so that is the strategy of doing LR, and time is enough, right? There is no shortage of time in the paper. So relax and take the paper. You should not be in a hurry in solving questions. बहुत समय होता है CMAT में, right? You will get enough time to sleep also. Okay, if you are like have a moderate speed, the 40 questions are of I and E and GK. How much time will they take? Hardly 15 to 20 minutes. So you have a lot of time, and we saw that there are many questions which are simply very easy. Okay. All right. So thanks for watching this video. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.